What's up, G's? The Prince is back in the building. Today I want to talk to you about how women cannot love you. So a lot of guys are under the impression that women actually love you. But in order to succeed as a man, you need to see stuff as they really are. And the cold, hard truth is that women literally do not love you. The only reason it seems like they actually do, and you guys know what I'm talking about, because if you think about it in your experience, you'll see what I'm saying is right. The only thing a female really loves about you is the things about you. It's almost like you're a middleman to the things that she actually wants. And we're gonna list the things that she actually wants, right? You're gonna have to stick to the end of the video because I will explain how to exactly play this so that you have females that are literally subservient to you. Now, I know we're gonna get the fucking Me Too police on my ass. You know, at some point, they're probably gonna play this video in the fucking newspaper. They're gonna show it in court. This nigga's misogynist. But it just is what it is. Now, when I say subservient, we gotta understand what that even means. Subservient means that because of the things that the women love about you, and because of their selfish nature, which we're also gonna talk about, they literally want to have it, which puts you in a power position. But first, we gotta talk about how all this even plays out, right? So, evolutionary speaking, females were literally second-class citizens. It just is what it is. And I will still stand by the fact that I believe that females are worse in every single thing, objectively speaking, on a metric, than males are. Of course, nowadays, though, the average male is so shit at everything that it almost seems like females are empowered and they're on the come up. The only reason that even is like that is because males are fucking up. So the top level males are still outperforming every single female on this planet. On average, the best cook in the world is a man, not a female. The best chess player. Everything, males are literally better than females. And that has always been the way, evolutionary speaking. So what then happens is females aren't stupid. They actually aren't. They might not be as smart as men, but on average, they're way more cunning. Because they have to be, evolutionary speaking. So what they see is like, fuck, for me to enjoy the best things in life, which is security, provision, you know, having a roof over my head, having resources, you know, having fun, they need a man for it. And that's what they actually love about you. And you have to understand this, guys. The thing is, the more successful you get, and I'm in a fortunate position to even be able to tell you this, because sure, you're here just maybe somewhere on YouTube and other gurus will talk about it. You won't find many people that can tell you this from my perspective as a 25-year-old millionaire who's actually successful and has started dealing with females, not just from having sex with them, but actually having relationships with them and seeing how they act. So you gotta listen to what I'm saying, because it's very fucking important so that you don't fuck up in life. So whenever you have a female that says she loves you, she does not love you. She loves the things that she can get through you. Now, that is not conscious usually, that is subconscious. So when you ask a female, why are you with this guy? Very, very rarely will she actually make a list about things that are just you. Now, what are things that are just you, for example? Obviously, attractiveness. And we're gonna talk about this. Attractiveness is obviously a thing that a female wants. But even when it comes to attractiveness, you'll see it's very useful in the way to frame it. Because what do they want? They want a tall nigga. They want a strong nigga, someone who can protect her. They don't necessarily care about, oh, his facial features are symmetric and are beautiful the same way we care about it. They care about the use case of things. So, okay, attractiveness, let's say that's like semi-you. But then everything else is basically just things about you. He makes me feel good. It's about her. He makes me feel protected. He has resources. And the way you'll see it is they're sugar-coated. So females usually use sugar-coating language. When they say, oh, he's funny, he's charismatic, it's just code word for he makes me feel good, right? Or he gives me time and attention. If she says, oh, he's very ambitious and hardworking, that's usually just code wording for, well, he has resources and I could potentially take advantage of these resources either by marrying him or if we have children, my children are gonna be provisioned for. And you'll see this. This is literally how females think, and it's evolutionary. They have to think this way because they have to get with the strongest, smartest, most G nigga who's actually gonna be able to fight for her and protect her and provision for her. And on top of that, give her good genetics. Does that make sense to you? So stop seeing it as, oh, she loves me. Because have you ever noticed how females always love you when things actually go great in life? Look, I'll be fair to females. If she's a good girl, she will actually stick by your side, even if it's not going that great. But why is that? We gotta dissect this. The reason that is because she sees something in you. It's almost like you're betting on a crypto coin. You're not gonna buy Bitcoin because you think it goes to zero. If Bitcoin literally is at a shit price, the reason that I buy Bitcoin isn't because I think it will go further to zero. It's because I think it's a good buying opportunity for me and I think it's gonna moon. That's why I buy. So if Bitcoin would never ever moon, I would have no reason to buy it. That's the way your female sees you when you're down bad, because she understands, she's smart, which is actually pretty good, that this is just a maybe temporary situation and that you're a fucking real G. And that if she clings to you, you'll be able to reverse it and be at the top again, like an investor. Females are like investors. It's like horse betting. I bet that this horse is gonna be number one. I bet that this stock is gonna outperform. I bet that this crypto portfolio is gonna outperform. So we got that. Females don't love you. They love things about you. And even if they stick through you through hard times, it's because they're betting on your future. So how do we take advantage of this? First, I wanna talk about the negative downsides of this, which is why you have to start learning the realities of this, especially if you're in my age group. And I would say that's anywhere between 18 to 35. That's what I would classify my age group. In that age group, you're on the come up. You're on the way to become the best version of yourself and to be able to put yourself in the position where you can actually command respect from females, hold them, and have them do what you want when you want it. Correct? When we look at all this and we analyze what I just said, you will quickly realize that females are literally one of the biggest liabilities that you can have as an upcoming man. Why? Because when you're an upcoming man, what do you need? You need to put in time, energy, attention, and money into your goals, which are the direct resources that females compete with when they want you. Does that make sense to you? So what a female essentially wants from you, and the reason she's even with you, is because either she's getting quality time from you. And what does quality time mean? You spend time with her and she actually feels good and she's laughing and she's having fun. You're showing her new things. It's almost like you're entertaining her. Not like you're a clown, but it's just when she's with you, she's actually entertained and there's fun shit happen. Number one, females always want to have fun. Number two, she's getting time. She's getting energy. So you're investing energy into her. And that ties in with you're doing things with her, you're giving her inspiration, you're motivating her, etc. You're giving her attention, which is validating her ego. Because females need that ego validation. And compare that to people like me. How many females do you know that are on my actual level of competence? There's not that many, if any. Now, there are some females that I think that are very smart. I had a professor at my school. She was smart. I actually liked her. She was fucking smart. She was like a genius. She was my math teacher. One of the few females I respect. But we're talking about averages here, okay? On average, a female is not gonna be smarter or stronger or richer than me, especially in my age group. Impossible. And females know that. That's why they need attention. Because at night, they go to bed and unconsciously they realize, fuck, I'm not as good and I'll never be as good as the counterpart high value male that I'm actually after, which kind of does, not feed into my ego. So I need external ego boosts to actually feel like I'm a something, especially when it ties into my beauty. So they want attention from you. And that also ties in with the fact that females are always in competition with other females, especially when it comes to beauty. Because as men, we are competing against other men in terms of competence levels, right? Oh, I'm richer than you. I'm stronger than you. It's competence. But females don't really have that. They compete against other females when it comes to beauty standards, for example. It's a different type of competition, if that makes sense. So what they also want from you is they want that validation of like, yeah, they have position, the other females don't, and they get that validation by you giving them attention. Now, the last thing, which females obviously want, is money. Now, females won't necessarily tell you, like, hey, just give me money. Of course, sometimes they will if they're gold diggers, but they'll frame it a different way. They'll just want you to go out, dates. They don't want to split 50-50, obviously. They want to be with the type of nigga that, he can just literally fly him out, for example, and it doesn't cost you anything because you're rich as fuck. I mean, It doesn't, relatively speaking, doesn't cost you anything because you have the money. Boom, $500. What does $500 mean to me? I'll make that like within an hour, passively. Or fun dates. I'll go to a restaurant, I'll spend $150. Why not? I have the money. Or yeah, I might even buy a dress. I'll be like, yo, can you buy this dress? I want you to look sexy for me. So females like this aspect of a guy who actually has resources and doesn't really care about making these resources semi-available. But these are all things that are directly competing with your goals, because you could be putting the money into your goals, you could be putting the time into your goals, you putting the attention and the energy into your goals. So that's why every time you're with a girlfriend or with a female and you start taking her too seriously and you start giving her everything she wants, what happens now is she is gonna get it, and then she'll want more and more and more and more. You'll give her more and more and more. That's automatically gives you less resources to put into your goals and your aspirations. You then start falling off. Then you have other niggas who are not doing that. They're appreciating, and then your female starts thinking, even though this guy is giving me everything I wanted to, he's not really doing as well anymore. And then you have all these niggas that are doing way better than you. They're buying Lambos, they're on yachts, they're flying across the world. You're literally in college and you're failing classes because you're spending time with your girl. Your girl's like, what the fuck, this guy's never gonna really make it. And then she breaks up with you because you're a fucking loser. And now you lose the girl and the fucking goals that you had. So females are a huge liability. You can never, ever give them everything they want. But at the same time, if you want to keep them, you will have to give them something or else they're gonna leave. Which brings us to the next logical conclusion. You need to completely focus on self-improvement. You need to have something to be able to give a female. You almost have to look at it as a value exchange. And most people will confuse this with, oh, let me just make money. No, it's not just money. Because as you've seen, I gave you 4 things. So number 1, for example, let's just start with the financials. Yeah, get richer, bro. How about that? Actually get richer. Because if you get rich and you have resources, look at this apartment. Literally, I'm on the ocean. I know I say this all the time, but I literally live on the Atlantic Ocean. That's where my apartment is. Look at all these apartments there. I don't know if you see them, but they're. Like, if you go like more deep inside, it's literally the ghetto. Do you think a female would rather want to chill here or in the ghetto? So a female will literally think to herself, well, I have nigga A and I have nigga B. Nigga A, he's cool, but nigga B is also cool and has a cool ass apartment. So I guess I'll go with nigga B. So self-improve, you have to make more money. Now, you also have to do other things. Let's take the attention thing. What's attention? You need to be able to be charismatic. You need to be able to have interesting stories. You need to be able to actually be fun to be around. And that only happens if you develop swag factor. How to develop swag factor? I already talked about this. By being that nigga. By taking risks, not being a scared pussy, actually having interesting stories, interesting experiences that you can tell her about. And where it's almost like just by being you, you just have this aura that people want to be around. So you got to build your charisma. You also got to be able, let's say, to give her time. How do you get time? If you're your own boss, you're going to have time to hang out with her. You're going to have time to fly to the Maldives. You're going to have time to just say, hey, come here, let's do something. If you're working a 9 to 5 all the time, the bitch is going to be like, yo, it never has time. Now, funny enough, if you have a business as well, you're also not going to have a lot of time. So then you got to be able to make the time that you have more qualitative by going to fun experiences. You're like, boom, bitch, you know, we got to get to take a ferry to this island and then we got to just chill there for 2-3 hours. I'm going to be on my phone working, but it's going to be fun, boom, boom, boom. Better than, you know, hang out in the fucking ghetto with them broke ass niggas. But the funny thing, even them broke ass niggas, what do they usually have? They're not leading with money, they're leading with fun, they're leading with excitement. You know, they're poor, so they commit crimes maybe, which is also exciting. Female likes that. She's like, oh, that's fun. Fucking dumbass bitch. It's not fun. He's gonna go to jail. So we covered financials, we covered attention, time, energy. The more high energy you are, the more interesting you are. The longer you can fuck, the better dick you can give. And then obviously, we're gonna put into that your physique. How do you look like? Sports, discipline. Are you a disciplined nigga? Do you actually put in the work that it takes to put in? So all these things actually then start building your, let's call it a price tag. Imagine you had a diamond. Diamond A has a price tag of 10 million, diamond B has a price tag of 50 million. You wanna be the diamond that has a price tag of 50 millions. And the price tag is with different factors. How rich are you? How cool are you? How much swag do you have? How many interesting stories do you have? How strong are you? How attractive are you? What's your style? Everything, basically. Everything that you can work on, you have to work on it relentlessly. Because if you don't work on it, other niggas are gonna work on it, and then you're gonna get lapped, and then the females are gonna go for them. And also at the same time, if you don't self-improve, she won't see any potential in you. It's like Bitcoin. You seeing it improve, you're gonna go up. You seeing it go up, so you think it's gonna go up even higher. At the same time, your self-improvement, it's gonna make the emotional dent bigger when you're dealing with her. It's gonna have more impact when you talk to her. She's gonna remember you for longer. So then again, that gives you the ability to focus even more on self-improvement, because the little that you're giving her is already worth more than the 100% that the other guy's giving her. Does that make sense? And then lastly, which is the most important element to this whole thing, is that in order to complete the circle, is you have to have the ability to take away the value if she's not acting right. That, I would say, would be the essence of masculinity, at which point she basically cannot replace you anymore. She basically can't, because it's so rare. It's like saying, yo, let me throw away this Rolex because I can just get a new one. It doesn't even make sense. That would be retarded, even if I could. So what is that thing? It's your ability to say fuck off. It's your ability to walk away. Now let me give an example. Let's say I'm giving you like 20K a month. I don't know, I just feel like it. 20K a month, boom, and everything's going cool, you know? And you're like, oh shit, that money's for free, Prince of Cool G, oh nice. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Yeah, can you just like wash my dishes real quick? Or like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. What the fuck, am I your slave? I'm like, why wouldn't you want to wash my dishes? You're like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm like, well, remember the 20K a month I'm giving you? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, I think I gotta take that back. You're like, why? I'm like, well, I want you to wash my dishes. You're not doing it, so I'm gonna not give you the money more. Now you're like, fuck, maybe I should wash it. Does that make sense? And that's exactly how females are. They will take as much as they can, as much time, energy, as much attention, as much money as they can, and they'll almost get greedy with it. And then they'll start even giving you conditions. I want more of this, I want more of that. Oh, you know, you can't see that bitch, you can't see this bitch. Oh, you like this girl's photo. At some point, she's gonna fuck up. That's always the case. And then what you do is like, well, I think I'm done. And you walk away. And that ability for you to walk away is gonna be the key to really having females just respecting you to the point. And obviously don't have your bitch do anything that's unreasonable. I'm not saying that. But she'll basically do everything you want because she wants those things. Does it make sense? And that's why I said in the very beginning, females will never love you. They just love the things about you. They just love the idea about you. And as soon as they fuck up and you stop giving it to them, they'll experience withdrawal symptoms. Imagine almost like you're giving a drug addict, you're giving them meth, and they're just feeling like the bomb, and then you just take it away. They're gonna feel withdrawal symptoms. And that is the fucking key. Be the guy who gives as much value as possible. Then when she fucks up, you will withdraw that value. She will come back and be like, please, 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 I want the value back. And then you put in your conditions of what she needs to do. And then she does it, and then you give the value back, and that is the only way she will respect. If you do that, females will never ever gonna be able to easily replace you. It will be extremely hard. They will respect you because you have something that they want, but you're only giving it to them if they do as you say. And at the same time, you will be able to self-improve without giving away all your value and being a nobody.